Hello, welcome back to the Manifest Academy, where all things are done and everything thrives. As we hope for everything that we need, this is the space for you. You manifest the things that you need. As you can see right now where I am, you see where I am in natural vegetation. That is the right place to be at. You know, I keep telling you when you're praying, during prayers, you need to be in a place that is cool and calm. You don't be in some hectic, some stuffy place, man. What are you praying for? What are you praying for that is not being answered? But I am glad that you're here today. And the things that I want to talk about moving forward here at the Manifest Academy, majorly the thing is to help you manifest those things that you dream, those things that you want. There are certain things that you want, and this is the place where you get to really, really manifest the things. You bring them to life. You put them there out so that we can witness what the Lord has done. So there's a story that I want to tell you about. There's a story that I heard. Now, this guy was talking about his story, and he was saying that there was a time when he was broke and all those issues that he had. But then he went to a certain friend of his who couldn't house him at that time, but then later took him to, so when he was telling him, you know what, let's just go and have dinner. We just go and have dinner. Then you go and figure out where you're going to spend the night that day. So this guy accepts, because remember, even food he did not have, and he wanted to come and sleep at this friend's place, but the friend, I think the girlfriend was coming, so he couldn't really be there. Then he had to go. But while they were there in the restaurant having that lunch, for him, he says his mind was really wired into that space of I really need to find where to sleep, because it was already like in the night, and he was saying he needs to have where to sleep. You're eating food, but the food is not going because you don't know where you are going to sleep. Imagine that time. But while he was there, some politician from his village, I think, village or something, comes to also the restaurant, and people are all there happy to see him, and they are all there happy. You know how politicians, when they walk in a place, they be so. They are politicians, for crying out loud. We voted for them. Now he enters in a space. You don't have where to sleep. What will you do with the politician? You know, these politicians where some people there, you go and tell the politician, my child is not studying, you take all your problem, we have not eaten food, the politician should sort those issues. Now this guy here also took his issues there to the politician. I cannot sleep, but the politician left that restaurant at about, like, I think 2 a.m. or 1 a.m., but I know it was past midnight. So this guy goes to the politician, also him with this issue. The politician tells him, okay, let's go. He takes him home. So when he takes him home, they give him some food, and then he wonders, hey, why not for you? You're not eating. Say, no, I'm not eating, but I'll eat later sometime. So he realizes that this politician guy is actually in prayer and fasting. The guy is in prayer and fasting. Meanwhile, he was well-to-do. He had all those things. He said he was in shock because the guy just went, he locked himself in the room and prayed, and for him, he was eating and eating. So when they came and talked, I think that's when the politician discussed to him and told him how he prays, how he gives time, how he spares sometimes and leaves this time for prayer and fasting every now and then. Now, this guy here was telling the story. He said he was in shock. He could not believe. Meanwhile, he's dying, looking for the next meal. He's dying where to sleep. And the guy who is doing well is even in prayer and fasting. Now, that is where I come in today. So I am saying that the things that you see that seem to be normal are not really as normal as you see. You see some guy there doing well. His business is thriving. It is thriving and thriving indeed. And then for you think it is just thriving. Maybe they did what? They bathed the Lueza. Now, they are bathing that Lueza in their prayer closet. They are bathing that during their fasting and prayer. Do not think that anything is just the way you see it. You are taking things so lightly, my people. You are taking things so lightly. That is not how they are. That is not how they are. Yeah? People who are doing well, who are pompous, the things that you like, those things that you are praying for to manifest, that husband, that wife that you want, do not think you're going to sit and you cross your fingers just there like this and you think things are going to come. I tell you, you are joking very much. They do not come that way, my people. They don't come like that. You need to involve the Spirit of the Lord in this matter. And the only way you can involve the Spirit of the Lord in this matter is through prayer and fasting and dedication. And one time I'll be coming here and I talk about fasting sometime, because right now we are going to manifest the things that we want. But things, we're not going to just manifest them while seated there, while taking things that our salvation today is just taking it lightly. We're going to be intentional about our salvation and intentional about the things that we intend to manifest. Because these things, when you look at Ephesians, these are things that have already been given to us. We have already been blessed with these blessings. there is nothing that we are getting that is new. It is not there. The husband, the wife that you want, you already have. The business, the children that you aspire to have, you already have. Like, how do we bring them to life? Now, that is the actual question. That is the question that is bothering us here today. And that is what I am telling you. Get some time. Don't just be there seated. You think people are getting promotions maybe at work, and you think they are seated. I know of someone who was in prayer and fasting for like over 40 days, waiting for promotion. Waiting for a promotion. Hey. Meanwhile, the promotion came. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. But you are seated there. You are seated and you think you are going to be just folding your hands. Let me tell you, even this favor that you want, a favor is not innocent. Favor is not innocent. You have to be intentional about it. There are certain things that you need to do. I don't even know what to tell you, because I feel like things have been taken so lightly, and yet life in itself is not this light. So I do not know what you're going to do. But you need to put that prayer. You have to pray, because prayer is the only way that you can talk. Prayer is the access that you give the spiritual realm to intervene in your matter. You can't fight alone. First of all, this just the whole creation story here, it is a spiritual thing. It's a let there be story. So for you, how will you be able to do it if you do not have the spiritual backup? Let me tell you, last time I was telling you about being this popularity and all that popularity. That popularity that we see here on the earth is not just innocent. There are spiritual backings. There are spiritual backings to it. Some people are determined to go. Still, I was hearing a story about a guy that went and he was sleeping on the graves for 666 days, every day on a different grave. They are capable of doing that for you. What are you capable of doing for your kingdom? What are you capable? But you see, if you are not capable of doing that, then you don't want it. You don't want it as bad. People who want it as bad are not sitting just folding their hands. They are going, they are pushing. Me, I think you are joking. I really think you are joking. Yes, I do. Because I think you don't want it. Sometimes I was discussing with someone and I was saying, but what happened to this person? And then they are telling you that they have been praying and praying. But imagine that kind of prayer that you have been praying. Meanwhile, even that praying which you're praying and you're not seeing things happening, there are certain things that it is hiding you from. There are things it is covering you from that you have no idea about. You're not seeing the thing that you want, but there are things that have been hidden that you will never understand. So when you are praying, you need to pray, and you really pray until you see something happening. You don't just pray and then you stop. You have to involve the spiritual realm. And the only way we involve the spiritual realm is through our prayer, because we give the spiritual realm access to enter. Prayer is not of old. I was speaking with a friend, we talk about, because for us we are the born agains of the born again church. Some of those, maybe not entirely original, but those churches where we would pray as if tomorrow is not going to come. But today, because of the grace and all that, there's a way sometimes prayer has been put aside. Because we just go, we claim the things, and then we say we have read the scripture, we meditate on it, and then that is kind. My people, you need to pray. Prayer is still a thing. Fasting is still a thing. And there is no way you're going to acquire that thing if you're not fasting. Don't think that you're going to just be there. You are not going to be there. You're not going to be there. People who thrive, they are doing those things. People who thrive, I actually have a lot of stories that I would have wanted to tell you. But what I need you to know is you cannot be just normal. You can't be normal on this earth. How do you survive being normal? You cannot be normal. You need to aim for those things. They're those things that you have dreamt about. They're those things that you have so desired. They are there. They're things that you want. You know them. But you can't be normal. You're seated there, you're just folding onto your hands. Some people are there, you're waiting, they want revivals. But you think revivals, you're going to just hold your hands. You think you're going to just pray for 1 minute and you think it is going to work. It will not work. Let me tell you, it will not work, because the people in the other kingdom, they are doing other things. But remember, for us, we have been given that grace. The grace that has been given to us should enable us even to thrive more. We have grace to do all the things, to even tarry longer in the presence of God. You people, you cannot take these things lightly. We have that grace to tarry longer because we are going to get the things that you want. Now, for the thing that you really need, you must pray. You must set aside yourself, and you know that you have set your heart to pray, and you pray indeed. And don't just pray for one day. Don't just pray. I was reading the book of Daniel that time. And I was seeing when the angel that appeared to Daniel, then the angel said that I have been coming, but for 21 days, the king of Persia has been prohibiting me to bring the answer. And then it is Michael, the angel, that came to fight so that I can bring you answer. Now for Ilema Shumi, you have been praying for 7 days, but the king of Persia is refusing. So then what? Then what? Your answer will not come. How about you say, I am going to pray and pray and pray until I see that thing? Is that too much to ask? It is not too much to ask, except if you don't know that thing that you really, really, really want. But if you know the thing that you want, it is not too much to ask. Friends, I really would want to talk about prayer more because I have a lot to say in that line. But for now, let me stop at that and thank you for tuning in. But get time and pray. Get time and pray, but just not get time. Be consistent in your prayer. Start small. You see, the problem is you want to start praying 20 hours. How? Start small. Start small and keep growing in it. You see, as you grow, as you keep doing the thing, our body is easy to submit. So when you keep doing that, it gets easier and you do well. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. My name is still Anit TK, and I am always glad to have you here. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely time. Bye-bye.